For the better part of 2 decades, if you followed football at all, you've heard 2 names over and over again: Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. In this explainer, we're going to break down the rivalry that didn't just define their careers, but really an entire era of the sport. It's just wild to think about. It's so rare for any sport to be completely rewritten by its stars. But that is exactly what happened here. These 2 names just became synonymous with greatness, forever linked together in the story of football. But, as the sun starts to set on their incredible careers, we have to ask the big question. What is the real, lasting impact they've left behind? What's their true legacy? To figure that out, we kind of have to go back to the beginning. So to really understand their legacy, first we have to get our heads around how their rivalry fundamentally changed the game itself. This was way more than just a competition. It was a straight-up phenomenon. And at the heart of it all was this perfect, almost storybook contrast. On one side, you had Ronaldo, the icon of relentless hard work, peak physical condition, the self-made hero. And on the other side, Messi, the quiet genius, a player whose talent seemed so natural it was basically art. And for 9 incredible years, this personal rivalry had the biggest stage in the world. Their time at Real Madrid and Barcelona turned El Clásico from a Spanish derby into a must-see global event. I mean, the entire world would literally stop to watch them go head-to-head. What's so fascinating is that their rivalry wasn't destructive, it was catalytic. It fueled this massive explosion in the sport's popularity. Viewership and sponsorships, they went through the roof. And suddenly, kids all over the world were joining academies, dreaming of being the next Ronaldo or Messi. Okay, so the cultural impact, huge. We get it. But to truly appreciate their shared dominance, we have to look at the cold, hard data. And frankly, the numbers are just staggered. Just let this number sink in for a second. Between the 2 of them, they have scored over 1,500 professional goals. That's a level of consistent, elite goal scoring the sport has simply never seen before from 2 guys playing at the same time. And this number tells you everything you need to know about their complete monopoly on greatness. For over a decade, if you asked who's the best player in the world, the answer was almost always one of these 2 men. 12 combined Ballon d'Or awards proves it. And of course, all that individual brilliance translated into massive team success. We're talking about a combined total of over 70, that's 70, major trophies, multiple league titles, Champions League crowns, and finally those huge international trophies for their countries. It's absolutely incredible. But look, their story, it isn't just about the stats. Their influence spilled right out of the stadiums and became this massive cultural force, basically creating the modern GOAT debate as we know it today. They pretty much wrote the playbook for the modern athlete icon. It all started with their performance, right? That led to these distinct, marketable personas. That, in turn, attracted huge global brands. And before you knew it, they weren't just footballers anymore. They were cultural figures in fashion, media, and even new tech like NFTs. So why did the fan debates get so intense? Well, this quote right here really gets to the heart of it. Choosing between Messi and Ronaldo, it became a form of self-expression for fans. You see, fans projected their own values onto their hero. If you valued the grind, that relentless mindset, and achieving perfection through pure hard work, you were probably Team CR7. But if you were drawn to that innate magic, that natural talent, and the sheer joy of the game, you were likely Team Messi. It was a clash of philosophies. So all of this brings us to the future, and the question on every single fan's mind. The 2026 World Cup. Could this actually be the final chapter for both of them on the world's biggest stage? I mean, their journey at the very top has been a long one. From their first major award clashes way back in the late 2000s, through those peak El Clásico years, to finally winning those international trophies they wanted so badly. 2026 really feels like it could be the epilogue to this epic story. And here's the cold, hard reality check. Ronaldo will be 41 years old. Messi will be 39. I mean, to even compete at that level at that age, it's a monumental physical challenge. They might not be the players who can carry their nations all by themselves anymore. So what does that mean? It means their roles will have to evolve. Instead of being the undisputed focal points, they could become these veteran leaders, guiding the next generation of Portuguese and Argentine talent onto the world stage. And you know what? Maybe that's the perfect ending. It would be a chance for them and for all of us to finally close the book, not by arguing over who is better, but by simply showing some reverence for their shared, sustained greatness. Because ultimately, that's their real legacy. Two careers running in parallel that pushed each other to unimaginable heights. They transcended the sport itself and fundamentally shaped how an entire generation thinks about what it even means to be the greatest of all time. So, as we look towards that potential final chapter in 2026, the real question isn't who will win or who was better. It's this: when it's all truly said and done, will the world finally stop arguing and just celebrate what these two incredible athletes gave to the game and to all of us?